you had some thoughts and we wanted to discuss stuff. So I'm going to let you go ahead and kick this off, right?
Okay. Um, just looking for a way that we can maybe be a little bit more proactive in our testing, and try and catch more of the issues prior to the client seeing them. So I was wondering, since you're now coding things locally before pushing them to dev, if it would be beneficial to do a screen share daily, every other day, whatever it might be, that we could review that together on your local system prior to pushing things to dev, when we've got some of these bigger changes going on. And then just being, like I said, a little bit more proactive on making sure that we're not pushing something out that's going to be detrimental to moving forward.
That's a big question. We've got a lot of errors that are occurring and a lot of issues that are occurring once we get this product in front of the client.
Mm-hmm.
So the major question is, what can we do to eliminate or at least limit the errors that we're pushing forward in front of the client?
And I know that we can't catch everything because the scenarios that we're going to go through and test are not necessarily going to be identical to what the client's going to test or real life situations. But I think we can do more on our side to get a better grasp on things before the client gets their hands on things.
Yeah, means it would be beneficial if, as Trisha said, like uh, we'll first check locally and then push it to the dev. But another thing is before we start work on any task, like when we are going to check the task locally, at the same time we'll discuss the task which we are supposed to work on the next day, so that we don't have any kind of confusion. It's just like quick overview of what needs to be done on the next day,
Okay.
so that would be also helpful, like.
Okay. Sometimes I have that info, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, but means it would be good if we can share as much as info we have. Like
Yeah.
if we have anything, then you can know about it, or if you have anything, we can know about it.
So, what would that look like? What would this process look like, guys? I think, Trisha, tell me about your thoughts on that. For the most part, we have enough tasks at any given time that we might be able to do that, where we're going over the task before we start processing it, right?
Right.
So, tell me, guys, what do you see as how we can handle that? Do we need to have a meeting every day where we ask questions?
Yeah, it would be good if we have a meeting.
Okay.
That would be helpful in development as well as task understanding, and it will take less time to understand. If we try to understand ourselves, then it might take much time, rather than if someone who knows what exactly needs to be done explains it.
Okay. So, when would be a good time for that meeting?
Like 6:30 around. I mean, it's the same time I mean, it's the same time we are this one, right? We are doing it right now.
That's a fantastic time for me. Thank you.
Is that a good time, Trisha?
Well, if you're telling me the same time as right now, yes. I'm going to take that over a midnight call anytime.
Okay. So, um, okay. So if we did this time right now, because what time, Trisha? This is 8 o'clock your time, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does that give you time to make it to the office and everything? Or do you want to
Yes.
delay this we could delay it by half an hour?
No, it's fine. I'll be more motivated to get here by 8 this way.
Okay, so here's a question. Do I need to be in every one of these meetings? Because this is 6 o'clock a.m. my time. And if I'm working with the team until 1 a.m. and then getting up at 6 a.m., I might be a little bit on the grouchy side.
Can't have that.
I've learned there's a lesson in me, which is under 6 hours of sleep, I start to get grouchy.
Yep. I don't know that you'd have to be on every call.
Okay.
Maybe if we know there's a critical issue, then we need you to hop on. But
Okay.
I think for the most part, we should be able to just work through with what's in front of us at the time.
Let's try this for a little bit. I want to figure out how to do these hangouts on air so that we can discuss stuff and go back and reference it if we need to. So there's got to be a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out yet.
I thought you've done a Hangouts on air and recorded it before.
That's what I'm doing right now, but I haven't figured out how to schedule a Hangouts on air. That's the problem.
Oh.
Every time I schedule one, I screw it up because, it's more fun that way. Okay, so guys, if we were to do that, tell me what your thoughts are and how that would look. So every day we would have a meeting. Well, first of all, do we need to have a meeting every day, or do we want to do it every other day, or what's our thoughts? Do we want to do it every day?
It's one like we can skip one day and we can do another day like that. That is also fine.
What do you think, Trisha? Do you want to do it every day, or?
Every other day is probably fine.
Okay.
Unless there's some huge thing that we're trying to work through. Maybe we need to discuss the next few mornings until we get deliveries and returns and cancellations out there. But if we get to the point that, okay, we've got the major stuff out there and we're just working on enhancements, then we can scale it back to like Monday, Wednesday, Friday rather than every day.
All right, so let's do this. I'm going to schedule these meetings, okay? Right now, I'm going to start putting something together. We'll do a meeting every day for the next few days, okay?
Mm-hmm. Let's do every day this week, I just want to make sure that we're getting stuff out for her as quickly and efficiently and as correct as we possibly can based on the information we have. So let's go full force for this week, because I think, are we missing the pool part of this week?
I think it's, go ahead.
Yeah, Vipul will be only on Thursday and Friday, and Lalji is only on Friday.
Okay.
Okay. So here's one thing I do want to do is I want to try to limit the time on these meetings.
Yep.
Okay. So when I ran True Voice Solutions, we had a meeting every single day. Now, we're not to this point yet, but I just want to give you my viewpoint. Anybody here ever seen a TED Talk?
No.
No.
Okay. I highly recommend you go to TED.com and watch a TED Talk. There's hundreds of them. And the way TED Talks are, they're incredible talks about almost everything you can imagine. And they do them all in 12 minutes. And they
I was going to say no more than 15 unless we have a huge issue we need to work through. So.
Exactly. So what we did is we scheduled all our meetings for 12 minutes because we said if you can teach philosophy, chemistry, and math in 12 minutes, you can figure out how to do a meeting in 12 minutes. The point is that you get in, you get out, and you make it quick. So I'm going to go on the high side and just schedule all these meetings for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have everybody walk into the meeting with an agenda in their head of what they're trying to accomplish, what questions they have, and I'd like us to try to keep all these meetings to 15 minutes.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna schedule them all for 15 minutes. I'm not exactly sure how Google handles that. They may just kick us off after 15 minutes, which would be really exciting. But I'm going to, I don't know how these work. So I'm going to start creating these events. Is there anything we want to cover today? Any questions or comments or thoughts we want to cover today about upcoming stuff?
So I haven't looked at the stuff from overnight or right now, however, this last shift. So I'll post comments as I review those. Are there any outstanding questions on what would need to be worked on when you come in for your Tuesday that need some additional guidance, input, information?
Guys, do you have any questions on any tasks?
No,
Before Lalji. Chirag.
no.
Okay, and I want to encourage you guys to have questions. I want you to encourage you guys. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Nobody's going to get in trouble for asking questions.
Nope.
What the hell day of the week is it?
That's one heck of a question. Today is still Monday.
There are no stupid questions. There are no stupid questions.
I do have a question if nobody else has one. Task
please.
number 363, were we able to churn through? I think there was a spreadsheet posted with results. Were we able to get some of those pushed back over to by design?
I can see I have attached updated sheet into the attachment if you want to look it
Yes.
right now.
I'm hoping with the change they made in by design on Friday that we will be able to test in dev today, maybe test in dev yet tomorrow, and then release that to live. But I have a meeting with her at 10, so a little less than 2 hours from now. So I should have updates for you guys tonight.
Okay.
What am I looking for? Visual.
Okay.
What I want. This
On
one.
task 363, there is one attachment called updated dev deliver tasks recheck.
Load, open.
Now here I have seen some unexpected things, like some of the tasks are finished, and I have added it in comment that
Okay.
it is finished from outside. It seems like that because if there is no deviation code in the database, then the API will not send 011 into the call. So even though it is finished, so it should be from the outside, like from the by design directly, or
Okay. Okay.
and
And some of that they may have done Friday after the client and I logged off. There were a couple other guys trying to test once she was out of the system. So I'm going to chalk some of these up to that. However, how about the list?
Yep.
Did I put that against 314? No, 316 for all
Yeah,
of them from 4.5 that we needed to look at for live?
227 tasks are there. That's it.
Yes, that one.
No, I have not checked it yet. Actually, there are bigger lists. So I was developing one utility so that I can get the XML which needs to be sent to by design from SOAP UI.
Okay.
So yeah, I have done that work. Like I have developed that utility, and now I can easily test
Oh,
these
perfect.
tasks. Yeah, so it will save some time, not much time.
Okay. And then 316, I guess it is, for the, how are we going to handle the same product on multiple line items on the same order? Did you guys put some thought into how that might work out and how many hours you think might be against that to forego having issues moving forward with that reporting?
That estimation is not yet given. We'll give it before we leave for the day.
Okay.
Today. Yeah. Commented on.
I think that answers my questions for right now then.
All right.
All right, I have created a meeting for the next couple of days. So I'm going to send out links. But it looks like I think this can all be managed. I don't know if I have to be in this meeting. I may have to, like, it may not be able to work without me. So
There you go.
That's my least favorite type of thing in the entire world. Things that don't work without me. So, all right, guys. Any other questions at all that we can deal with?
Not for now.
No.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
Bye bye.
Bye.